Hey guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started. So in this video, I am going to be focusing on opportunity cost. Okay, so this is a very important concept, but once you get it, it's also a very simple concept. Okay, so what is opportunity cost? So opportunity cost, always remember, and this is like the formal way of writing it, so you need to know this. It's a next best alternative, okay? Next best choice that you have given up, that you've forgone in order to have the best alternative, okay? The best way to actually understand it is to use an example. And for short, I'm going to write it as O/C. So here I've already got given an example. Let's say you're going to come to an 8 a.m. class, okay? So let's say you've got an 8 a.m. class. What are the things that you're actually giving up? Okay, you tell me. There are a bunch of things, of course. I'm sure most important for you guys is you're gonna giving up sleep, right? So sleeping an extra hour. Okay, so let's say that's what you're giving up. Maybe for a lot of you, you're giving up breakfast because you're like, you know what? It's too early in the morning. I can't eat anything right now. I'm just gonna have like a glass of water and run off. Maybe for a lot of you, and I've heard this from students before, maybe you're like, hey, you know what? If I didn't have class in the morning, I could like go and work out in the morning, maybe go out for a morning jog, maybe go running, whatever it is, you are giving up some physical exercise that you could have been doing in the morning. Maybe for a lot of you, you're like, you know what? I like to wake up in the morning and I like to, make some TikTok videos. All right. I'm a morning person, so that's the best time for me to just, get on social media and be productive. That's what I'm giving up, right? So what I'm showing you here is that there are like a whole bunch of things that you could have been doing if you didn't have to come to this 8 a.m. class. So how can you figure out what is the opportunity cost? Okay. Look at what we're focusing on here. Next best alternative. What's your second choice? It's almost like what is your second choice? And best alternative, you can read it as your first choice. So really, opportunity cost is your second choice that you give up because you want to go for your first choice. So 8 a.m. class, this is your first choice. Why? Because you know what? If you don't go to class, you're going to fail the course. Okay, so that's what's your first choice. Now, from your point of view, what is the second choice? Because the second choice can vary from person to person, right? There's each person's ranking of the choices. So let's just start naming people. All right, so let's say there's somebody called Shima. So for Shima, actually, she's somebody who loves to have a nice breakfast in the morning. This is her second choice. All right, and her third choice, let's say, you know what, otherwise she would sleep in. And maybe for her, her fourth choice is this, and her fifth choice is this, right? So we've got this whole ranking for Shima. So what we're seeing is that breakfast is a second choice. This is the next best alternative. This is the next most loved thing that she gives up because she has to go to class, which is her first choice. Okay. So then how are we going to write this down? And there's a way to properly write down opportunity cost. Okay. So what we're going to say is for Shima, opportunity cost of going to an 8 a.m. class is having a big breakfast. So let's take the case of another person, okay? Masood. So let's say Masood is somebody who is very much into fitness. Okay, he's obsessed with fitness. He's like weighing himself every day, going to the gym every day, checking his muscles in class. Okay, he's just crazy about fitness. So for him, how are we gonna do the ranking? So if we were to write down the choices, his second choice is actually going to be workout. For him, let's say that his second choice is workout. He's also somebody who loves a nice proper meal. So let's say his third choice would be breakfast. let's say that his fourth choice is going to be sleeping in, and let's say his fifth choice is making a TikTok video on his fitness routine. Okay, so you see the ranking now is different. He's somebody whose second choice is working out, but first choice is that 8 a.m. class, because if you don't go to class, you're gonna fail. So how are we gonna write this out? So for Masood, we're gonna say that opportunity cost of an 8 a.m. class is whatever is the second choice. We're gonna just put it down here, working out. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but we're actually establishing a pattern in how we write down about opportunity cost. So look at this example here. So do you see the pattern here? In the first part, I am saying this is the first choice that we write about. And then look at this, working out. This is the second choice that we are writing about, right? So you see the pattern. So again, let me just go up here and let me just show that to you again. All right, so opportunity of cost of going to the 8 a.m. class, right? That 8 a.m. class is your first choice, is having a big breakfast. So having a big breakfast, that's the second choice, right? So let's just write that down. So what I'm trying to show you is that when you write down the opportunity cost, the format is opportunity cost of whatever is your first choice. So opportunity cost of the action you took is whatever you gave up, right? So this is your second choice. Here, you're going to be just talking about what you gave up, the second choice that you gave up. And here you're going to talk about what you did, or the action that you took, the choice that you made. Okay? So this is the format.
So, with that, we end our introduction to opportunity cost, and in the next video, we are going to look at a few more examples.
All right, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.